What is going on, my friends? I've been spending this week showing you guys the 5 best heights and a couple meta builds at each height, starting with the 6'2s. I showed you 6'4s, 6'6, 6'8, and now we're finishing it off with the 7-footers. If you enjoy the content that we're making over here, feel free to sub up. We are close to 3,000 subs. Hopefully by the time that this is releasing, we are already there. But if not, go ahead and hit the sub button. Or even if we did hit 3,000 subs by now, you can still hit that sub button. Really just gearing up for NBA 2K26. I'm going to drop some gameplay of a couple builds, to end it off. But I do want to finish this game off with a bang. So we're going to get everything going in 2K26 though. Really excited for the game to come out. I'm really just wanting the game to come out, honestly, at this point. We're like 10.5 months into 2K25. So really just ready to move on from this game and see what 2K26 brings us. But today I'm going to show you 2 meta builds that I came across a lot in Ante Up and Pro-Am and Park. And then the next 2 I'm going to show you are kind of like fun little 7-footers that I came across in those areas as well. Not Pro-Am, but came across in Ante Up and in the Park that were very, very good. So let me know what you think about these builds in the comments below. And if you have a 7-footer that you used this year, what did it look like? Did you have fun on the build? I'm always curious to know what kind of builds you guys are rocking in 2K25. So let's look at the first build here. Very, very meta inside big. This was the build that you could probably use in 2s. I loved using a 7-footer in 2s, but once the meta kind of switched to these uber athletic 6'8", 6'9 builds with like 90 vertical and the same rebound, those builds are definitely a lot better than this. But for a good couple weeks, if you were watching like the Wager Me apps or 1v1 Me tournaments, they were using 7-footers and just setting big body screens. 99 D board and O board with 10 cap breakers here, 10 more on strength for 99. So your top 4 stats would be 99 rebounds and strength, and then a 93 pass with the badge +1 going to Dimer for legend. Very, very fun build. This is the exact build that we used in Pro-Am all year. In Pro-Am, I had the opportunity to play in some tournaments, and we made the final 4 of one tournament against pros and just missed the cut for the championship. We lost in 3 games, so we were able to win a game against pros, so that felt good. I'm excited to get 2K26 going because we're gonna just get the tourneys going early. But beside the point, this build is very, very good. It's very easy to make a big build. I made a video recently talking about elite value, and I seem to be talking a lot about guards because I think guards are hard to make, especially one attribute can go one way and it kind of just ruins the build. Whereas for a big, let's say for instance, this build, you don't want to make a stretch big. You have no shooting. So if you have no shooting, you can do whatever you want for finishing. 90 standing dunk gets you the elite contact, under the rim dunks, rise up on gold. 93 pass is a necessity as a big, especially if you're going to use a big in rec. A 93 pass is plenty. When I made this build, I put 5 cap breakers on my pass, and 98 pass feels no different than 93. You don't really need a lot of interior. No one's really posting you up. Obviously, if you're getting posted up, that's tough. You can always, fiddle fart around with that. Probably go less here, or just put it there, and boom, now you get 82. So that's not really what the meta was, though. This is really meant for 2s when I designed it, and for Pro-Am 5s. And in Pro-Am 5s, you're not getting posted up as a center. You're guarding the corner. So very, very meta center build here, though. And then the same goes for the stretch. Not a whole lot different. You're going to use 3 cap breakers here for a 93 pass, 5 cap breakers here for 99 O board, 5 cap breakers here for a 99 strength, and then the other 2 can just go on your D board for 96. So not much different. The finishing is about the same. Definitely less close shot, but who cares? Driving dunk, we just wanted to get posterizer on it. Enough shooting, get set shot specialist on silver. If you want to badge +1 it to gold, you definitely could. You're going to get your typical badges here. Break Starter Hall of Fame, Dimer Hall of Fame. The badge +1 to Legend here if you're a team that like gets out in the break a lot. And really just the same defense. I mean, like I said, it's really easy to make a center build this year. So it usually is. You know, shooting's usually pretty cheap, but to have max wingspan and still be able to get set shot specialist on silver. Rhythm shooting on this build was extremely easy. I think I used Isaac base and then like a combination of Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki upper releases. Very, very smooth. At some point in the next week or so, I'm going to drop gameplay of all my builds that I've made this year. Kind of review it with you guys before I show gameplay of it one last time. And one of them is my center build that is so much fun to play with. But yeah, very solid build here. Again, designed for, you know, random rec and pro-am. So you could use this in 2s, I guess, as well. It's really no different than the other build. So pretty good stuff here. The next 2 builds are just kind of fun. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have fun. You know what I'm saying? The stretch build I was just talking about, if I could remake it, it would look something like this. Pretty much just going all in on the shooting side of things. We would probably use 5 cat breakers here, maybe for 96 strength, 99 rebound here with 5 cat breakers. We would leave the pass because I just love Tyrese Halliburton pass style. By far the best pass style in the game. And then 5 here for 94 midi. So we would have post fade phenom on Legend. That video would have gone stupid dumb fun. So just kind of a random build here, just kind of showing you, you know, what I would do if I were to remake that build I was just talking about. I don't really steal with my center. I'd rather have a little bit of perimeter. For some reason, I feel very comfortable with the 62 perimeter. Not just like because I contest shots, but just because like I'm not really trying to do too much on defense. Because if I take myself out of the play, I gamble on a pass or a reach, you know, I don't get the rebound. So I'm really prioritizing getting a rebound for my team. This is a random rec build. Just a lot of fun. I mean, just a lot of fun on this build. 92 post control. You know what I'm saying? Just a fun little build there. And then typically the inside is always kind of broken in 2K. I think if you're going to make an inside this year, 6'9" would probably be the best height to do it. Combination of more attribute points and you're just taller in general. But yeah, it would look something like this of the pure inside. This is for 2s, so don't be scared of the low pass there. But yeah. Excuse me. So you kind of have, you know, the ability to do what you want here with the finishing. If you want to like divide and conquer, you know, you obviously can. I would leave the dunk there. Definitely go 5 here for 99 O board. Maybe you could go less, but I would do 99 just to be safe. Again, probably 99 strength. You know, being a center, you know, you can't really afford to be smaller than the other center. Like rebounding is so important in this game, especially in 2s. Like you keep getting O board after O board after O board, odds are you're gonna win. So 99 strength, 99 O board leaves you with like 5 or 6 cat breakers left. So if you wanted to just go all in on the post control, you could. I think that's kind of overkill. I personally would do close shot 99 and then 95 post control here. You're gonna get your post powerhouse to Hoff, post up poet to Hoff, unpluckable, probably not gonna get. But yeah, just a nasty inside build. Let me see if you can go less here. No, you can't. So you could be really toxic and even go less pass, because the idea with this build is that you're just gonna dominate down low. I just said you don't need that probably. So just make your life easier to maybe get the you know what I'm saying, to get close shot and post control as high as you can is probably the next step that you could do if you're using this for 2. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, sorry, I just don't think 7-footers are hard to make. I do think it was the best height. I think if you were gonna make it inside, you know, we made a popper 7-1 that was really good. When we played against pro 2K players, you know, we played against a 7-1 that dominated. It's just you get more attribute points. you're not, you don't get more attribute points, but you're just kind of quicker at least. At 7 foot, you're gonna have 1 less wingspan, but you're gonna get 3 or 4 more verticals. So I really do think a 7-footer is better than a 7-1 in my opinion. But let me know in the comments below what you think about these builds. Let me know, do you think a 7-footer or a 7-1 build is better? Because I think at center, those were the 2 more popular heights at center, was 7 foot and 7-1. Again, sub up if you're new. You guys have been showing a lot of love and support this year, and I really, really do appreciate it. NBA 2K26 is gonna be fun. I'm excited to grind this game all over again. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Peace.